Good evening, my brothers and sisters. As usual, I'm going to have a bit of this lecture, which I'm going to do. Before that, I think if I was in Eritrea, I wouldn't do this, my friend, because this is we are living in the European countries, in the West, where the people tell us, hey, people don't bark. You got all these, the Caribbeans, all these Africans putting all this hair extension, Rastafari, and all these wigs, my friend, okay? And they just bark, hey, I'm a Rasta. Rasta means like I'm the boss. And they just show off, bark so much about themselves, about their hair and everything, So we are told in Eritrea, my friend, back in Habesha land, in Eritrea, you don't talk about yourself, don't bark, okay? And Jesus doesn't like it. And what was that one? My friend, Jesus doesn't like it. So what did you like? They bring a ship, a boat called Jesus, and they take all these slaves, and they call the ship for the slave, all these doors, they call them Jesus. You see, it's really mind true, okay? So you got all these black people, African Americans in America, all these Caribbeans, sugar plantation, my friend, New World. They fish them, from their villages in Africa using a ship, a dough called Jesus. So that Jesus of theirs is completely to our perception of Jesus in Eritrea, okay? If an Eritrean man tells you, hey, don't brag, don't show off his skin, you're gonna quietly accept it, okay? If it is an Egyptian lecturer, priest, telling, hey, don't brag about his skin, you will listen to that, because this is racism, my friend, okay? We got every right, my friend, to show off our red light skin, my friend, because we are the pharaohs, okay? So all these people from Macedonia, Albania coming from Northern Europe to our area in Africa, telling us they are the pharaohs, we are the first, my friend. They don't have no right to tell us don't brag, okay? So this is it's racism, my friend. So we have to push it, to show it, okay? That's what I'm doing, okay? This is propaganda, my friend. Well, my friend, I'm not hurting other people. I'm just talking about myself. I'm not saying these white people are bad or these black people are bad. Don't try to make me feel all this political correctness, to make other people comfortable at the expense of you uncomfortness, okay? That's what it is, okay? So, my friend, especially this is targeted for my kids, my friend, okay? The whole Western societies, the black Africans, the Europeans, make our kids feel lowly, my friend. Don't show off his skin, my friend. It's like the what's the word they said? It's stripping. Don't strip. No, my friend. We have to show our glowing, lovely skin, my friend. Eritrean, you wouldn't see such color, my friend. This chestnut in the whole planet. It's so bragging, isn't it? So because I want to show my kids, my friend, my daughters, my son, never to accept all this kind of all people just telling you of either show, because it makes them feel uncomfortable. It makes them feel incompetent. It makes them feel really crap. That's why they go to all these African countries to sunshine, beaches, see my friend, so that they have all that tall skin, my friend, that glowing skin. Can you see my friend? It's shining, Did you listen? How somewhere in 1997 or something, Peter Andre, Mysterious Girl, what's the song Peter Andre? He had a really nice body, and then he was putting a lot of oil. Was he from Cyprus or where he was from? It's not that, my friend. We don't put any oil, olive oil whatsoever. It's natural, okay? Glowing. You see? It's glowing and dazzling your eyes, isn't it? I just want to show and teach my kids, my friend, okay? So today, let me sit down. Because I do have a point today, my friend, because we have this, what do you call back in the ancient times, Ethiopia was called Abyssinia. I think that name must have been taken from Iraqi in the ancient times, it used to be called Mesopotamia, okay? This Iraqi in the Mesopotamia, he was a scholar. I think he was a historian or something in the 1000 or maybe 1100s, okay? So his name was Abyssine. So he was a really prolific writer. So because of this closeness to the Oromia and to Gala land in Ethiopia, they call it Abyssinia. Well, that's the only suspect. I think I wrote in my Facebook. I'm gonna search it and dig it and put it again. So King Haile Selassie, somewhere in 1910 or something, he changed the name because that name is it sounds like an Arab from all these Yemeni beliefs, in this crescent belief, all this Islam, all this. They mutilate their women as if they are just just property, my friend. It's really uncivilized, my friend, And as they make you worship women, all this Yemen. What's the word Yemen in this Wukro, in Yeha, in Aksum, and it's Faqih. I think it's Faqih. I'll put it in my Facebook, okay? So it's a belief system, goddess, okay? You worship that Yemeni goddess, the same thing, this Mariam Asmariti, this Mariam Tzion, this Fatsina Gazian just talks too much, okay? So it's a worship, my friend. You just sacrifice your blood, okay? You sacrifice your blood. It's the same way like all this in the ancient times, like these Aztecs, all this Maya and all this Maya civilizations, Aztecs, Maya, and all the people, they were human sacrificing. The whole thing is just sacrifice all their bone marrow, their blood and everything for the woman. So the woman sucks all your blood out, my friend. You dead. It's the same thing like this Yemeni crescent worship, okay? The same thing they go inside there and everything, okay? Because I have a point, my friend, okay? So Daniel, Abyssine came to Ethiopia. So that place was called Abyssinia. That's the only justification I can say why the name was Abyssinia. So the Arabs say Habash means it's a mixed race. Bassa, my friend. You will see such a beauty like this, man. You will Queen Hatshepsut. 3,500 ago came to our land, my friend. She was so amazing, my friend. She was fainting on the ground with our beauty, and she used to call it the land of the gods, my friend. Now we got priestess, the Coptic priestess, with his funny clothes from Alexandria, telling us don't brag. Hey, my friend, we're not bragging. We're talking about ourselves. We are the most beautiful creatures, glowing, glowing, dazzling skin, my friend, Benjamin. You won't find this, my friend. Mr. Priest, you don't have like this, okay? So don't ever say that word, okay? I mean, we can respect you for your title, but you don't have no right to tell us, we don't have to brag, okay? Because we have to teach our kids, my friend. We are living in Europe really racist against our color, my friend. We are the ancient pharaohs, most beautiful creatures, Queen Hatshepsut. Was falling, she was fainting on the ground, my friend, when she came to our Gashbarka area, the sea, my friend. She came with 500 people. She took every animal, every plant. That's the gravity of our beauty. And telling us we don't have to brag. Hey, you come from Macedonia, from Albania, and you got the guts to tell us that we don't have to brag. You must be kidding, okay? So we're living in really racist nations in the West, okay, where they tell our kids his skin means nothing. Right? So the blonde skin is better than yours. So I am training my kids, okay? So that nobody takes a mickey out of them. Okay, so that's why I'm putting all my skin so that I can show off, so that my kids feel very comfortable and extremely very confident with it, okay? So back to my story. This is Abyssinia, okay? So King Haile Selassie in 1910 or something changed the name Abyssinia into Ethiopia, which was a really amazing name for the ancient Greek people. Really love it. It's like this Arcada, and now you got all these macrobites. We are brothers and sisters, like the people in Libya. Okay, all these Berbers, they got the same skin, the same everything, my friend. They're extremely very tall. Okay. So what happens in the African nation at that time? These people used to be extremely dwarf people, what do they call them? Trigolites, okay? So our ancestors must have been, we are from the high class, my friend, from the seaside area, in the coastal area. We don't live in the really scorching, so heat. temperature in the sea. And we're not stupid enough to just leading a life of a fisherman. That's for really low people, okay? We are extremely high nobility people, royals. Okay? We are the bosses, the lords of Eritrea, okay? So what we do is we live in the highlands with the most amazing climate temperature. All these Arats, bounty around Kwaito. This is the people of the nobles, the bosses, the lords. Okay? I think we have to teach you, okay? So back to my story. So we from the coastal area and in the highlands of Eritrea, King Haile Selassie changed that name into Ethiopia, which is our brothers in Egypt and in Sudan and in Libya. That was the whole area. The ancient Greeks were like, wow! You got all these people like Anthony Eden and all these Cleopatra came from Macedonia. Like they mixed it with the people. They settled there. Like all these Coptic Christians in Egypt. Maybe how many minutes now? 5 minutes or 10 minutes? That's the story. Okay. So this Ethiopian name is ours because King Haile Selassie felt extremely uncomfortable with all this Yemeni, crescent worship, all this blood sacrifice, everything. He changed the name into Ethiopia. Okay, it's our name, like this people, macrobites, people who were living 100 years, 120 years. Okay, extremely rich people, with a lot of streams, rivers. I have already witnessed that in my area when I was a kid. Extremely gushing river, my friend. You don't have to go to shower like bath like these Europeans. Can you believe it? We used to swim in a really wide river, my friend. When we were kids, we were jumping from top mountain, like a diver into the big pond river. That's how I grew up in my country, okay? So that's the macrobite, the ancient Ethiopians as, my friend. It's not the Coptic Egyptians that you find now in Alexandria. It's us. We are the pharaohs, the brothers of all ancient pharaohs, all these people like the Falah. We are their brothers, okay? So why am I saying this? Because I'm talking about triglycerides, about dwarfism, okay? So in Ethiopia, in Eritrean local history, people from the coastal area, from up north in Ras Kesar, down to somewhere near Adulis, Galalo, everything. So these are people, our brothers, really taught people, my friend. Us, okay? So there's this myth about people Rome. So the people there, because of from the furthest you go to the south, Oromia people, these are people dwarf, my friend, okay? Very short people, they don't know nothing about the sea. So they were mixing out with us, so they made us minorities, okay? So what they do is they give you their woman, so they deny you sex, so what happens is you go into the zombie land, your brain becomes extremely confused because my friend, you're not snogging woman, you're not hugging woman, my friend, you're not getting love, So the whole idea was to isolate the tall, handsome, really light-skinned people like me and you, my friend, all my kids. They make them sexually frustrated, isolated, so that they can't trap them. You got all these animals, this in Serengeti, all these parks in South Africa, everything, they limit them so that they don't mate and produce kids. So what happens is their offsprings get very small and they die out. There's a word in Tigrinya called temetsia, means they've been sucked out. So who these people are? The dwarfs, the triglycerides, trying to trap all these really handsome and very beautiful people so that they don't multiply. Okay, so there's a song in our culture called Romai. That's a guy called Fihira. Okay, so these people were extremely very tall. Okay, so these are the ancient Ethiopians. Our area. Okay, because people don't read my people. I'm trying to decipher and tell them the story how it is. Okay. So these were extremely tall people, extremely handsome, the women very beautiful. So this tribal kingdoms from Gondar, from Oromo, from Amhara, from Aksum, controlled our area. So they made these people so that they don't breed, they don't reproduce, okay? So in the legend, in the mythology, what they say, so this king, I don't know who it is, I'm trying to dig it. I'm trying to find out who it was. So he controlled the whole people. So he asked them, how should I kill you? Okay, these are people of this Halanga, somewhere in Gashbarka area, Sahel and everything like that. These are coastal area, people who got world network with Arabia, India, Ceylon, India, all this Bangladesh, and back in Mediterranean countries, Italy, Spain, everything, Turkey, my friend, Libya, Morocco, Algeria. Okay, these are people, seafarers. Okay, so he controlled them. So he said, how should I kill you? Shall I kill you by curse or shall I kill you by blessing? My friend, nobody wants to die by curse. So the people told him, my goodness, kill us by blessing. So he said, you woman, I'm not gonna give any boys. You're not gonna give birth to boys, men, okay? And you cattle, cows are not gonna have any girls. Okay, what happens is all the women have only women, no men. That means they don't have any defenders, no fighters, no warriors. Okay, so they're not mating, my friend. They're not getting any woman to mix and have some kids, some offspring. Okay, so all of them died out because they got all these cows, my friend, all these cows eating their brain out, my friend. Ugly people, like real dwarf people. So what they mean causes, my friend, he put a lot of pain and suffering, my friend, all this virus in their brain, anger, frustration, suicidal. So all the people who were extremely very rich, all their walls, their houses were painted with gold. Rich people, my friend. Cows, cattle, sheep, goats, everything. They are sea. But because this ruler, King Dwarf Troglodyte from the south, came control them, my friend, they died, buried alive with all their riches and wealth. Okay? So, that's the mythology, my friend. This was written by Controversy, translated by Abba. So that's what they call Mumsai. They sucked them out. They trap them so that they don't go. Maybe marry some Italians, maybe some Arab Libyans, maybe Arab Saudi Arabia, maybe to India. They blocked them, controlled them. So they died alive to the grave. So that's how the song called Roma. So Roma means all these Rumi people from the in ancient Rome, Turkey, Rumi, tall people, extremely beautiful people, my friend. Okay, so the song goes like this: Roma, 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 Roma. So that's the song, my friend. I'll put all the literature how it is, my friend, because we have to teach and inspire our kids. I think our wives, they don't know this, all that kind of stuff, my friend. So this is the gravity, how serious dwarfism, ugliness, triglycerism means, okay? So all these people, okay, because they are refused, nobody wants them, they trap and kill every handsome Eritrean, every beautiful woman Eritrean, okay? So this EPLF, when they came to Eritrea, they were following the same line of thought, my friend, like this king who killed all these Eritreans, okay? They were saying, hey, my goodness, you must be joking, don't you? We, the EPLF, gave you independence by sacrificing all the red skin, handsome, tall, skinny, beautiful skin, light skin, my friend, the most handsome people, extremely too nice fame, education, extremely beautiful people, talented, from a good family. All of these people, we sacrifice them as a sacrificial lamb. It's like this cult, my friend. It's this religion of this death. They call it martyrdom, okay? So when they brag, when they get ugly, they say that. So they don't kill the ugly and dwarf people and all these stragglers. They kill only the handsome, the tallest, the educated, good reputation, highly educated, from a good family. They sacrifice them by purpose, from the back, from their back, from everything. They create a war so that they can't sacrifice all these people. It's like this ancient Aztecs. Okay, like this Maya, human sacrifice. That's the thing, my friend. Because we have to face it, my friend. Because these people have been following me for so many years, for 30 years. Okay, and the Europeans were collaborating with them because they know that, like all this song. This guy called Fihira, the guy who sang all these Fihiras song, Roma, he came so. I'll put the documents for you. Okay, these people of Rumi. So what happened is when they call Rumi, it means like Roman, ancient Roman. I mean, obviously, these Roman people were really big, man, all this Roman Empire, okay? So that Roman Empire was stretching so far. So, the real inheritor of the Roman, ancient Roman, was Turkey, okay? So we were influenced, like, we were part of that, part and parcel of the whole Roma area, and that's why they call it Roma. So what they say, Roman people, tall my friend, like this, my friend, like, always the Roman people, they're not as beautiful and handsome like us, Sorry, don't get angry, But that is what it means, okay? So بتقدرين احنا نقولكم سي نحناكم كندي قياحت صبات ملياز مسلوات كريز مهورات فلاسفات نعوما سوينا كوينا كموابا نصنت امسلاكم انتي كاينيرو مسلكم كلهم صبات يرتاو قياحتم شش كوناتات كلهم قتيلهم كلهم اطفيهم كيوالدو كيرابحو كلهم اطفيهم فونغات فونغات دينكي تراغولايت كلهم سنطرا حمصيومنا بالعصب كل خفلو غورنا يجي نتم دقهم أوالدكم أوداتكم من تخيطفونكم جرام موبا كمزي ناي sacrifice شلام بيجان دابولو كيالفون موبا كي كفرم دقهم you have to be careful because I always say I want to do this clip كلايك عم أحوات كمزي لكن بفلا يندقنا ناتون كلر دموس بيرفول مخان أبا علم زيركب بك زيركب تسمع كلير اسمع لك سلمتي زم حروز مسلو تمني ما يرخبوه ولا ترخي غير ما يرخبوه ولا أنا بزخوني هم كيرو أرخبوه تريورو شاين قبر فليتهم يجري اوكي زوم ناي غبسي عرب كوبتي كريستيان نبهلتي تجبيتاي يقولوا قربتكم كم زين انا ما فاهم عندنا انت يزبال اسمعني تجبيتاي تقبر كم زين قربت كاتر انه دقنا وي هاف تو تشيل ما فاهم سبيشالي دقنا سي نحن ابعدنا تحتبل اي تزارب تجبيتاي تقبر يزبال نو تجبيتاي كنا نقبر دقنا نمرالنا انسباير نقبر دقنا زمرنا يله نصعد هابو ولا اوكسفورد ولا كامبريدج ولا ييل Medicine could also want to they're gonna teach, they're not gonna teach them. Okay? So we have to teach them. That's why I'm doing by purpose, okay? So what is أنا روما تبل زي سوينا لكم كم زين زي نمتى زي push جرات نمسيلكم زي من زبال لينغو زبال سيلو عبارة عن كابتناي راياز مسميرو زي يوم جوغاني ناندا بله لكن سيلو فولو قبل كابو كله like because he's really handsome of all my skin my handsome everything like so this guy is not following me comes like أنا روما روم ندابلو درفو مسوات خجبرنا يكون عندك ولا نعي ولا نخلتنا زين كلها عادة صبعتنا نحن لكن high class people extremely very educated لكن شكونا تطني علم وكل زبالة أوكي so بخوم دي هذا تعيش مخوينا زين دوارف زين ترايغولايتس كمي مخانك نريو كقام قريب بخلو بقعتنا نريو لكن قربتنا نريو كم زي علم يلا طلع يلا ciao guys you have a lovely night okay bye My kids, I love you so much. This is for you guys, okay? Bye.